All right, Chronicle Crew, we are back with a new video. This one is from EWU Bodycam. EWU Explore with Us, if you're not familiar with their channel. And they have great content, um, a lot of content, not just Bodycam. They have different channels. Definitely go over there and check them out. If you're not subscribed already, as you can see, they have a lot of subscribers and they have phenomenal content. So we are going to review this video and react to this video about a caregiver realizes cops found dead client wrapped in plastic. Let's go.
I snapped. How'd you snap? I just did. Abuse. Yeah. Too much of it.
When police respond to a brutal stabbing, they find a disabled veteran clinging to life and a woman whose account of this bloodbath may not be the whole truth.
She is diabolical. You have no freaking clue.
On March 8, 2026, Charlotte County Sheriff's Office deputies are dispatched to a home in Punta Gorda, Florida, after a frantic woman calls 911.
911, what is the address of the emergency?
Yes. I came out to check on my neighbor, and he's dead.
Okay.
His truck's gone. There's blood everywhere. He was covered with plastic.
You said he was covered in plastic?
Yes.
Okay. Now, does it look like there was any sort of injury?
I don't know. Yes, he bled to death.
Okay, but I'm saying, does it look like there were any injuries? Are there any weapons around?
I don't know, honey.
Okay, that's okay. You're doing a great job. I'm just trying to help for our deputies here, okay? Now,
Well,
does he live here alone?
He had a roommate.
And the roommate is not there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
Can you
doesn't.
do
We
me a
don't
huge
know.
favor and step out front to make contact with the deputies?
Yes.
When a deputy arrives at the scene, he rushes to the back of the home and discovers an unresponsive elderly man lying next to a wheelchair in a pool of blood with a severe laceration to his arm.
So he hit his head. Check his pulse. He's still warm. Yeah.
The temperature of the body tells deputies they're dealing with a very recent attack. Believing there may still be a chance to save him, they begin CPR.
Got rigor or anything like that? No, he's still warm.
Despite their efforts, he cannot be revived.
Stop compression. I mean, the blood around him is...
Oh, wow. It tells you to...
It's still wet, at least.
I didn't know it. It'll tell you press. Huh. I did not know that type of device existed.
There's the whole wheelchair is covered in blood.
So is that one over there. There's one over there that's covered in blood too, and the blood goes from all the way over there.
The spin circle's right here.
When a deputy
wow.
speaks with the woman who called 911, she identifies the victim as 76-year-old Paul Dwayne Bradley, a disabled military veteran who relies on multiple caregivers for daily assistance.
76 years old, have fought for your country, was willing to lay down his life for his country, and you die in a horrific way. You're murdered in a horrific way like this in your country. It's just sad.
One, his truck's missing.
Yeah.
It's not here. Two, he was covered in plastic.
Okay.
The sheathing was over him.
The plastic sheathing was? Okay.
Yep, I pulled it back to make sure it was him. Because
Okay.
I seen his foot, but I had to make sure it was
Okay.
him. And that's all I touched, and I called him.
As deputies process the scene, a visibly shaken friend of Paul's approaches with information that immediately begins to point investigators toward a potential suspect.
Just stay back there for now, because this is an active crime scene, okay? Okay. With what?
I don't know who's the lady that's living with him. She just moved in, and he came over the other day and told me she was schizophrenic, and he wanted to get her out of the house.
Yeah, because see, that's what we was supposed to be here at 7 to help him make sure she goes.
You too?
Wow.
Okay.
The deputy learns that earlier that morning, Paul had fired a live-in caregiver who had recently moved into the home. When she refused to leave, he called authorities for assistance.
So, this caretaker, is she someone you hired?
What? Crew, Chronicle Crew, are we about to find out that the police could have done something where this man would still be with us among the living on this side of the earth, of the dirt?
Or is it a friend? Or
I was going to hire her and I'd try her out for a month, you know.
Okay.
But then I thought, after 3 days, I knew she wasn't going to be no good.
What is she doing? So I get that she's not like really taking care of you, but what else is she doing?
Nothing.
Nothing. She's just doing nothing.
She makes me good meals, don't get me wrong. But that's all she does.
So she's just cooking for you. That's all she's doing.
Yeah. She's just worthless.
She's in there right now?
Yeah, she's in bed, I think.
So you want her out of here today? We can do that. Do you just want her to get going, or do you want her like formally trespassed?
No, if she refuses to go.
If she refuses to go, then yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna go talk to her now.
The deputy spoke to Paul's caregiver, 48.
Let me say this. I know I keep stopping, but let me say this. Take care of your elderly loved ones, your elderly family. Don't leave them for someone who doesn't know them, who's just in it for the money and a place to lay their head, to take care of your loved ones. They're not going to do it the way you would. And I know it's hard. I had a neighbor. I lived in an apartment complex, and I had a neighbor. Her family would come and check on her every now and then, blue moon. But the lady was constantly falling and would be laid out for days. I think the longest was like 5 days. She did not pass away. She was a tough old bird, but she had mobility issues, all kinds of issues. And I ended up being the one to go check on her, groceries, anything she needed, because she couldn't even get out the house really. She was just sitting there and smoke all day. Take care of and her family would come over, and when they did, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, this and that, and they're looking at me like I don't want anything. I live next door to her and find out that she was in there sometimes 3 days on the floor, and I can't, my conscience wouldn't let me not check on her. I would want someone to do that to me. I'm a golden rule person. I don't care what you look like, where you come from, your nationality. I don't care about any of that because that is of no consequence. We're the human race. We are stewards of this earth. We should be able to take care of each other.
The 8-year-old Shannon Rose Giblin. She denied neglecting his care and said there was another reason Paul wanted her out of the house.
I'm going to tell you the truth, sir.
Okay.
He and the girl that got me this job knows this too. You can talk to her about it. He is mad at me because I didn't give him sexual pleasure. Do you see it? Have you ever had?
Yeah, I've heard of this kind of thing.
She told the deputy Paul had repeatedly made unwanted sexual advances, including one incident where he allegedly put his hands on her.
When we go run errands, of course I drive, and I help him out of his buggy into the truck, and I snap on a seatbelt for him. You know, just sweet. And so I'm leaning over snapping his seatbelt, and he grabs the back of my head. He puts his hand on the back of my head, and he moves my head towards his crotch, and he goes, groans.
With Shannon's serious allegations, the deputy was now facing a much more complicated situation.
I want to go back in and talk to him again about that.
On the side.
He's going to deny it.
Yeah, probably. But the problem here, Shannon, is that he wants you gone. And so if he tells me that he wants you gone, then that is my job to do that.
Is that a spider on her arm?
So that's what I'm going to try to figure out with him.
What is that? Crew, what is that?
No car.
Is that a
I've got
what kind of tattoo is that?
Listen, I'm not saying I don't believe you at all, okay? So
If
I'm
the
gonna go
man,
talk to him.
if the man was a pervert, leave. If you don't want to be there, leave. If you find it uncomfortable, leave. Take him to court to get your money back. I don't know what the situation was. I don't know what the arrangement was. But if it's not working, leave.
I've heard this story a few times, okay? So let me go talk to him and then we'll figure out what's going on next, okay?
Paul denied the allegations and remained firm that he wanted her out of the house immediately.
So what you should do is go ahead and get out of here. I know you don't have a car, but I would go ahead and get your things together. I would contact a friend. I don't know your money situation. But
I have like $30.
if I leave, this isn't a big question. Is there going to be a huge fight here?
No,
is there going to be? Is this going to be a fist
fight?
fight?
No.
Okay.
No, because first and foremost, felony. Put your hands on
I was going to say exactly.
I know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hours later, Paul's body is found in the very spot where Shannon had spoken with the deputy.
Okay. Okay, so if I leave, is there gonna be a fight? No. I know that's a felony. So instead of a fight, it was a murder. She murdered the man. If this I don't know. Should something I don't know what happens in that situation. I'm sure they will probably investigate this incident earlier in the day to make sure that the right decision was made by the policeman. Right? Is that how that works? Discuss it in the chat.
As the investigation continues, a review of security footage from a neighboring residence reveals Paul's 2024 Toyota Tacoma leaving the property around 4:30 p.m.
Can you do a felony bolo for this guy's truck? I need to know where it is as soon as possible, and I need it stopped.
3 hours after Paul's body is discovered, the vehicle is located at a McDonald's in Sarasota County, 53 miles north of the crime scene, and Shannon is inside.
Step out of the vehicle with your hands up. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Turn around. Walk backwards to me. No, don't reach. Walk backwards with your hands in the air. Do not reach. Walk backwards to me now. You got hands?
Got hands. Drop down your knees.
Okay.
Get on your knees. Keep your hands on your head.
Hands on your head.
At least
Is there anyone else in the vehicle?
My cats.
After Sarasota County deputies detain Shannon, she begins making disturbing claims about what happened to her.
Why are you guys being so mean to me when I was just abused?
Okay.
And almost murdered by a guy.
I don't know anything about anything.
I'm going to stand you up.
Okay, let's stand up.
I was almost just murdered. Look at my body.
Shannon is...
Now she's going to put it on the old man who needed assistance, who... Not to say that it couldn't happen, but far-reaching. She's reaching. Nobody's going to believe that. Wow. The nerve of people. You took the man's truck. You didn't take the man's truck and go to the police station. You didn't call the police and say that he attempted to kill me and it was self-defense. No, you fled in his truck and they happened to find his body and then put out a search for you once they realized that his truck was gone. And the camera from the neighbor shows you in it getting away. And you want us to believe this lie.
Is transported to the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office, where she says she was constantly harassed and abused by Paul. But detectives will soon get a surprising phone call that raises questions about her story.
Paul's a very evil man. I believe it was the second night I was there. I was saying goodnight to him, and he reaches back and he starts doing this on my upper leg, and he starts reaching over towards my crotch. And I was like, all right, well, good night. I mean, I had just gotten there.
Shannon describes another incident she says crossed a line, leaving her feeling devastated.
He told me that he loves to spoon. He's like, if we're ever spooning and you feel the little guy down there misbehave, you can just skedaddle. So I went to my room, sat on the bed, and disbelief and just start crying. And he literally wants me there for sex.
She goes on to describe a history of childhood trauma, suggesting Paul's alleged behavior triggered painful memories from her past.
Nobody understands that there's sick men out there. Okay, I was freaking by my own father. When I was 14, he took my virginity. Okay? I've been almost murdered by a guy choking in front of my 3-year-old daughter. Okay?
Detectives shift their focus to what happened after the deputy told her
Female
to leave Paul's home.
detective is looking at her like, okay.
It looks like you were put in a very tough spot. I mean, I see you're scratched up and have some injuries. Did he get violent after law enforcement left?
Yes. He grabbed me, and I've got the things.
The way, the way, the way that female officer or detective just said and posed that question was not convincing. It did not sound like she believes her. I mean, am I wrong? Tell me how you feel about the way she said it. I mean, the guy had more to his statement than she did. She's like, yeah, look like you got a lot of It's not funny, but it is funny. Like, she's like, yeah, no. Mm-mm.
But after learning about the arrest, Shannon's sister contacts investigators and reveals a pattern from Shannon's past. One that raises questions about whether she's telling the truth.
I just wanted to say that someone noticed in her mugshot that there were scratches on her. And I wanted to tell the detectives that she has a history of self and trying to blame other people. One of her baby daddies, for lack of a better term, she bragged about getting him locked up in Sarasota for like 8 months because she beat herself up and then called the cops and said he did it. I was thinking to myself,
She's one of those.
oh my God, she's going to sit there
cat
and try
shit
to
crazy.
say it was self-defense and he did that to her.
What happened next with Paul?
I look at him and I said, Paul, after everything I've done for you, clean your house, cook for you, give you baths, so you're just willing to have the sheriff just push me to the curb? I said, what would you have done to my cats? And he goes, well, and it was obvious he would have killed them. Just the way he said it.
All right, so then what happened?
He's in his scooter, and he starts going, and I start following him. And he stops in his scooter, and he grabs his phone. And I'm like, what are you doing? Because he was going to call the cops again. And I went to grab it. And he's like,
I'm sorry. That female cop is so disinterested. Like, no, I'm not. Okay. That female detective has already made up her mind. She's like, yeah, no. But has to fake it. Oh my goodness. And this room, no table, no nothing, just 3 chairs, and it looks like padding. But it's a room befitting of her. She looks like she should be in a padded cell.
he's like, what are you doing? And he starts grabbing me. I guess I snapped. I snapped.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
All right.
It just hit me. I snapped. I just did. Abuse.
Yeah.
Too much of it.
I get it.
I was in a mental hospital because I snapped years ago. It's all documented. All of it.
According
Mental
to
hospital
Shannon, when the
because that's where you
confrontation
should have
turned
been.
physical, she used a kitchen knife to cut him.
Was it a little cut, a big cut when you cut him?
No, he was bleeding a lot.
Okay. A lot? Like.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Her sister claims this wasn't the first time Shannon had used a knife during a confrontation.
Of course
I
not.
spoke to the boyfriend that just escaped from her.
Wow.
Like, he could have been the next victim, but his daughters were like, you need to get the hell out of there.
Wow.
Because he would wake up in the middle of the night and she would be standing over him with a butcher knife and saying she was going to kill him. He literally hightailed it across the state of Florida to get away from her because his daughter lives on the other coast. He told me I was afraid she was going to slit my throat in my sleep.
Shannon insists the confrontation with Paul escalated into something she never expected.
I'm scared for my life, and I'm scared for my cat's life. This man abuses me. It's not like I'm like, oh, I've hurt this precious man today.
No one's claiming that.
But Shannon's ex-boyfriend describes a conversation he had with Shannon about Paul that paints a very different picture.
He was on the phone with her on Sunday before this happened. She was telling him that she was going to kill the guy before she killed him. And I'm just saying, because I think it's relevant,
Yeah,
because
right.
she's like saying, I'm going
She
to go in
looks
there and
crazy.
kill him. And then she does it. Now that's premeditated in my book.
Shannon says that after cutting Paul, she pushed him in his scooter to the back of the house, where she placed him on the ground and watched him die. But before fleeing in his truck, she covered his body with the plastic tarp. When asked why, she offers an unexpected explanation.
What was up with the plastic? Everything else makes sense to me. I don't understand that part.
When you take care of somebody, tucking them in, does that make sense at all?
Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
Can I ask you a question? It's kind of personal. How do you feel now that that happened?
He was not innocent. That's how I feel. He abused me. That's how I feel. Because a part of me was, I'm like, it was either me and my kitties or him. I'm serious. Now you both look at me like you hate me.
We don't hate you.
Promise we don't hate you.
I'm not cold-hearted.
She's threatened so many people in her life. She is diabolical. You have no freaking clue.
According to court documents, in March 2026, Shannon was charged with second-degree murder and grand theft of a motor vehicle. She pled not guilty to the charges. Shannon's public defender filed a motion requesting a competency examination, and a hearing is scheduled for August 6, 2026, to determine whether she is fit to stand trial. She remains jailed without bond. Watch our full videos as they were originally made, with no randomly muted words or
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you could tell that this woman was crazy. I mean, just a look. And people's eyes, the eyes are the window to the soul. And that person has a dark or a demented or a pathological or psychiatrically warped mind. It will show in the eyes. I truly know that. I know that. I've seen it. And this woman, you could tell by the look of her eyes. Her eyes, the hair isn't like the cat did the hair. That's not helping either. So it's a shame what happened to that man. He let the wrong one into his home. Again, take care of your loved ones, your elderly. We do not treat our elderly as they should be treated in this country. Definitely get in the comments. Let me know what you think. And did you see it? Do you believe her? let's talk about that. I'll pin a comment and we'll discuss it in the chat, but in the comments. But definitely like, subscribe, and I will talk to you and see you on the next one. Okay.